Today, we're going fishing in a neighborhood pond, and we ran into an absolute Karen.
Other stuff. I don't need to tell you my address, but I live up at that front. Oh, I don't. Welcome back to TCT Bass Fishing, ladies and gentlemen, and today we're here with a new video for you guys. We're at an old pond here that we've been to a few times, about 2-3 times on the channel, and it's always paid off, and recently we caught a big bass on it, so that was really cool. So we're back here with just a few hours to fish. We're gonna come out here and try to get on some big fish and some good fish. It's warming up here in Texas. It's about 73 degrees today, and they're moving up shallow, getting ready to bed, so we're gonna try to get on them with some spinnerbait, crack and crawl, and all sorts of things. So man, make sure to stay tuned. It's gonna be a good one. Make sure to please like and subscribe and enjoy the video, and I'll see you at the water. Let's go. Guys, we're gonna get rocking and rolling today. We're gonna grab our first ever rod and reel that we actually purchased, the Carbon Light 2.0. Take our rod sleeve off and grab our War Eagle spinnerbait that's been through thick and thin. As you can tell, that thing is beat up right there, but we're still gonna go. If y'all hear a lot of background noise, it's because right across the street there's a high school, and there's actually a baseball game right now going on a Saturday, probably a tournament or something. So you might hear random music or random people cheering, and that is gonna be why. We're gonna fish these banks really up close today. We're not too close because there's a lot of build up on the edge of these banks, but we're gonna try to get on some fish. They're moving up shallow, and now's the time to get on them. For example, my shoe came off. For example, just like that. That was actually picture perfect. Picture perfect. Describe it and you catch them. First fish of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful bass. Let's get a look on the camera. All right, you guys, that's exactly what you want to see to start off the day. First cast bass. Take a look at that beautiful bass to start off the day. A super healthy fish and a beautiful fish. Little thick guy, a little bit. He's probably about a pound or so. Nothing crazy, nothing big, but we're gonna get him back in the water, get a good release on him, and keep going, man. First cast, we got our first fish. Like I said, man, they're moving up shallow. Now's the time to catch them. Now it's getting warm, and let's get him back in the water, man. Let's keep rolling. Let's go. All right, you guys, first bass of the day right here. Beautiful fish. We're gonna get him back in the water. It's actually gonna be very hard for me to get in this water without literally falling in, but we're just gonna kind of toss him. And he swam off, as you can see the ripple. He's probably somewhere in here, but he'll find his way back out. And let's just get back out there and let's keep throwing that spinnerbait. Right on cue, man. I was saying that these fish are moving up shallow now that it's getting warmer, and it is a perfect time for us bank fishermen to come out here and throw spinnerbaits and throw things along the edge of these waters, especially with bad water clarity. The spinnerbait just is so good. And first cast bass, man, we got on it. That's awesome. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling and stop wasting time and get back out there and let's go catch more fish. All right, you guys, so that was great to see right there. First cast bass, if I can get the bait. First cast bass on my favorite spinnerbait, the War Eagle, man. So good, and just catches them, man, straight up. And first cast bass, as you guys saw there, on the spinnerbait. That was epic. A good little fish to start off the day, about a pounder. And we're gonna keep coming out here. We're gonna keep rocking and rolling, man. Keep casting along these banks, because I'm telling you, this time of year is so special for bank fishermen. You gotta come out here and you gotta fish, because man, they are here. And they're here to be caught. They are, honestly. These big ones move up too, so it's a lot easier to catch these bigger fish, especially during these spawning times. I don't exactly know if they're spawning yet because the water clarity, but man, it's getting warm, and that's when they like to come up and spawn. And I stepped in the water earlier because I was trying to see if I could see spawning fish, but the water temperature is definitely to the point where they could start spawning. So let's just keep casting along these banks and see if we can't get us a little handful of fish today. Be great. I don't have too much time to fish today. Have plans in a little bit, but I wanted to come out here for everything and knock out some fishing, man, and get some content for you guys. Man, it's a great time. Honestly, the water clarity is not bad, but it's just like there's a lot of stuff in the water. As you can see, there's green stuff all over the place like that, man. It makes it hard to see through the water. It's a top like layer of green. Not exactly ideal, but like I can see my spinnerbait when it gets somewhat close. We're gonna keep moving down these banks though, because I only have about an hour and a half to fish, and I want to cover this entire pond and find where the juice is on these banks, because where you can find them up on the banks now is probably, I would imagine, a closer area of where they're going to be spawning when this all starts and the whole spawning period starts. So hopefully we can figure that out. This is the one thing about this pond. When it starts to get, when summertime comes and all of this vegetation really kicks in, I can't even throw a spinnerbait. I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna be straight frog pond. But I know you guys like the blow up, so not necessarily a bad thing. I've had videos already of y'all commenting, get some frog blow ups. Man, when that time comes, best believe we're gonna be throwing a frog and getting some absolute nukes. But we're probably gonna move around here. That one bass we caught did look very healthy though, which is a very good sign. All right, let's keep moving around and keep trying to get on more bass. All right, you guys, we're going back with the spinnerbait, new spot, and see if we can't, you know, get on some fish here also. This bank's a little longer. We can fish under where that tree is over there. We can fish down this bank. A lot more options here. And we also have the bank that's right in front of our face. So we have a bunch of different options. Just cast along this line and just reel. Pretty simple task, and hopefully can get us on some bass. I'm surprised I don't have any like grass on my bait after that. All right, this would be interesting. Let's see. Ooh, I think I just got hit like right at the end there. It looked like something like pulled away at it, but I couldn't exactly tell. Are those two pit bulls over there? I don't know. Let's see, we're gonna cast on this again. This could be a decently good spot. I really like the way it looks. Ooh, I felt like a fish. They got Sweet Caroline in the background. All sorts of bangers. That dog's eating my socks. Can y'all see that dog in my car? It's eating my socks. Yo, the dog's eating my socks. That's crazy. Bro was glizzy gobbling on my socks that I took off earlier because my feet got wet. And I was like, bro, I'm not trying to have my socks get absolutely dirty and soggy. And that dog just took a nice munch out of my sock that's on my tires. We'll see if they're still there when I get back. Ooh, that's a fish. Woo! That's a good fish, y'all. That's a good fish. Oh my gosh. Don't you come off. Good fish. Let's go, boys. Oh, bait's already out. Shoot. Grabbed him. Let's go. Look at that fish. That is a good one. I wish I could clean him off. I don't have any water to clean him off. Dude's full of grass. Beautiful fish. Let's get a weight on this one, guys. This one might be pushing a good 2-pounder. Let's check them out. All right, you guys, I originally said I was gonna get a weight on it, but I just got yelled at by a guy to put it back before it dies. So I'm gonna put it back and not get kicked out of this pond. Beautiful bass here, probably about a 2-pounder. We're not gonna weigh him, but let's get him back in the water before we get screamed at again. Let's go. All right, you guys, beautiful bass here. We're gonna get him back in the water. Give him a toss. Oh, okay, we fell in the muck. All right, but we're good. Good Lord. God, look at my foot. Goodness gracious, and look at my hand. That was a rough release spot.
A few moments later.
Making movies?
Yeah, I make YouTube videos. Yeah.
I don't advertise my pond because it's a private pond.
I got you.
And you don't live in here as far as I know.
I do. I live up in the front. I drive up here. It's too far of a walk to carry all this stuff.
Where do you live?
I mean, it doesn't, I don't need to tell you my address, but
Yeah,
I live
you
up at
do.
the front. No,
What's
I
your
don't.
name?
I don't have to tell you my address.
I've never seen you. I've seen you in
I've came here
twice.
so many times. I come here like once a month.
I know, we've seen you here, but we've never seen your car.
If you live in here,
My
I'm
car-
sorry I was hollering at you, but there's
It's
a lot
okay.
of people that fish that don't holler.
No, yes sir, it's fine. It's just like, I don't like getting yelled at when
No,
I have the right to fish here.
But there's a bunch of people
We
that
come
come set
close
up
to the
tents.
neighbors. I've never seen you, that's all.
Yes ma'am, I
They leave their
understand.
trash down here and everything. It drives me nuts.
Yes sir, I'm off at college, so I don't like live here. I'm just here for spring break.
But your mom and dad live here? or
Yes sir.
something? Okay. You can tell me your address.
No, I don't need to tell you my address.
Because you don't live. What do you think I'm
I do, I just don't need to tell you my address. Like, I don't know you. I don't,
You don't live in here.
I do. I have no reason to tell a stranger my address. Like, tripping. Oh my gosh. There's a blow up on my line. Well, that was something. Well, that'll make some good content. All right, you guys, we're on the move now. And that was crazy. That dude was tripping out. I'm just trying to get some content in, man. Respect the grind. But man, now he's talking to some of his neighbors about it, and I just hear him keep saying that kid fishing. So I don't know, man. Cops may come. We may get kicked out, but we're locked in regardless, man. Make sure y'all smash that sub button, man, because right now I could be risking a fat fine for you guys. That would really suck if he calls the cops, because as of right now, I think he should believe I live here, but it didn't seem like he was buying it. So we're on to the next spot, and y'all stay tuned. It could get very interesting. Let's go. All right, you guys, we're gonna try the Guggen Kraken crawl and see if we can't get on any fish. We're gonna kind of throw it out there. It's a little dark to tell if there's fish out there, but I just want to throw it out and see if we can't get any hits on it. Kind of drag it across the bottom, See if we can't get some bites. This is a bait not too long ago that used to produce a lot of bites for me. I'd love to see those bites come back. Oh, got him. Oh, almost fell on the hook set. Oh, third fish of the day, this time on the Guggen Kraken Crawl. Absolute dink. Didn't even look like it really, okay. Hooked him well at all. Yeah, look at that, barely on the side of the lip right there. Whoop, right out. Good little fish, man. Let's get him back in the water real quick. Give him a nice toss right where I caught him. There we go, all set. All right, you guys, are the third fish of the day on the Guggen Kraken Crawl. We have one arm left on the crawl, but we're still gonna throw it. There's so much action on these things that this one claw is still gonna be pretty effective. So we'll see if we can keep it up here, keep catching them. We got 3 on the day, pretty solid. The bite is definitely slowed down since that dude got triggered. But other than that, man, we're still catching them. All right, you guys, that's gonna do it for today's video, man. We got a bass on first cast bass, and then we got another bass shortly after that, and then we got in trouble with some residents, man. He was not happy that we were fishing. He literally started yelling at me as soon as I pulled that fish out of water. It was pretty crazy, honestly, but I'm glad we got to finish out our day and fish and not get in trouble with law enforcement, so that's always a dub. But man, other than that, man, it was a great day. We got on some good fish and some decent weather out here in Texas, man. Getting ready for these spawning fish, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what y'all thought of this video, and until next time when we catch more bass, peace out.